I'm Aubrey, and this is Yoga for You. So today we are going to do a grounding sequence, and you're going to need a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a long sock. You can use a piece of ribbon that maybe doesn't have wire in it, or a scarf, or anything else that's just taut and not super stretchy. So, I mean, you can use a stretchy band if that's all you have, modify, do what you need to do, but it's better if it is not stretchy. So I'm sitting on a bolster today as we start our practice with a short guided meditation for grounding. So if you want to come to any seated position that feels good for you, I'm sitting kind of in a half lotus. You can sit in an easy pose, sitting up on a bolster if you want, or if you don't have that, or you can sit in a chair or a couch, whatever feels good for you, or the floor. Just making sure to sit up nice and tall in your spine. So just reaching the crown of the head all the way up to the ceiling. Sink down in your seat. Roll your shoulders back. Open up through the midline, through the chest, through the heart. Bring the hands to the knees. Just slightly tuck the chin. Close the eyes down if that feels good for you. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep cleansing breath out through the mouth. Keeping your eyes closed is a great way to kind of close off that sense, and so that we find a little bit less distraction. We can focus and turn our attention inward. So bringing your attention back to your breathing. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. And just beginning today to notice what your breath is like. Is it fast, choppy, short, quick? Or are you ready, long and drawn out? So today we're going to try to extend that exhale. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale and hold it slightly at the top, and then exhale it out. So you try with me now. Inhaling for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Now let's see if we can extend that. Keep breathing. Giving you a chance to try it on your own. And then we'll do it one more time. So inhaling for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So really trying to extend your exhale now. So sticking with your own breathing pattern. If you don't want to breathe in until 4, if you want to breathe in until 3, or 4, or 5, whatever feels good. Match it at the top, and then exhale, double it if you can. So that can look like inhaling for 3, holding for 3, exhaling for 6. The important thing is that when we inhale, get a nice inhale, hold it at the top, and then that we draw out, control our exhale down. Really controlled breath out. So make it work for you. Sticking with your own breathing pattern. We'll stay here for a few more moments. And I'd like to offer you the intention. I am grounded. I am centered. And I am present. So maybe adding that to your breath in. Breathing in, I am grounded. I am centered. And maybe exhaling, I am present. One more time. I am grounded. am centered, and I am present. So bring a nice flow with your mantra, maybe each word to each part of breath. And every time you breathe in, you feel a lengthening, a cleansing. And every time you exhale, you sink into the mat. But all the while, we're keeping a nice tall spine. We're softening through the eyes, through the cheekbone, through the jawline. Softening in the shoulders, just letting the shoulders fall away from the ears, opening up through the heart, all while repeating the mantra, I am grounded, I am centered, and I am present. And just beginning to notice how you feel as you repeat that mantra. Stay here a few more breaths. Every distraction, every noise, everything you hear, use that as a resource and a reminder to bring yourself back to the breath, back to the mantra. Not judging your thoughts or things that come to mind. Just knowing that you need to go back to the breath and that it's okay. Training our brain to recognize and to come to the breath quicker as we practice here on the mat and allow it to flow into our life. Couple more breaths. I am grounded. I am centered. And I am present. All right, go ahead and just roll the shoulders back. Maybe rock into the neck a little bit. Roll the head from side to side. And just a nice big opening. Gentle movements. Deep breath in, find length. Exhale. Let yourself just hear your breath one more time. Inhale. Exhale. All right, we're going to come into our child's pose. So I'm going to remove my bolster. I'm just setting it to the side, leaving your strap at the top of your mat, coming into our child's pose. So knees can be together, knees can be apart. I'm going to choose apart today, and we're going to just reach the hands forward, untuck the toes, sink the hips back, reach the heart down to the mat. Drop the forehead, spread the fingers. Let the elbows just fall to the mat. And come back to that mindful breathing. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Couple more breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Really allowing yourself to feel that breath flow through into the back body and maybe down the hips. And then maybe it reverses and goes back out the other direction. All right, coming up onto our knees, we're going to find our strap. So just taking the strap into the middle, and however that looks like for you, if you want to keep it more shoulder width apart, or if you want to widen that, what feels good for you. Play around with it, be creative. So reaching our strap out in front of us, right in front of the forehead, bringing it up to the top of the head. And then we're gonna just inhale, find length, reaching up, sitting up nice and tall in your seat so that we're not just sinking and slouching in over our heels, but we're really engaging into our core, drawing our pelvis under slightly, and then exhale to your right. So just waving the arms to the right, nice tall spine here. Inhale back through center. Exhale to your left. Inhale back through center. Exhale to your right. One more time. Inhale through center. And exhale to your right. Coming back through center. Let's reach, extend the arms back, engage in your core to protect your lower back here. Reach and extend the arms all the way back. And then go ahead and draw that belly towards the spine. Arch and round into the back, reach it forward. So a little cat-cow positioning here. Let's go ahead, extend it back. Find that cow position. Arching the tummy forward. And then reverse, coming into that cat-like position. Pulling the belly in, dropping the chin towards the chest. One more time. Inhale, extend it open. And then exhale, reach it forward. All the way down, dropping our strap. Let's go ahead and just further those cat-cow poses. So dropping hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And toes can be tucked or untucked here. We're just gonna drop the belly, lift the crown of the head. Reach it up to the sky. And then exhale, pull the belly towards the spine. Drop the head. Maybe rock into it, sway into it. Allow yourself to feel the pose. And then go ahead and gently inhale. Letting every movement work for you, flowing with your breath. So exhaling with your cat pose. And inhaling with your cow pose. And just taking this as fast as you want. You can slow it down and hold each a little bit longer. You can speed it up. Take a couple more at your own pace. You can even bend into those elbows and then find that length as you press into the mat. Spread those fingers. And then just meeting in a tabletop position. Let's just wag the hips to the right. Maybe bend into the left elbow. And wag the hips to the right, bending into the right elbow. Sorry, to the left. Wag the hips. And one more time, send the breath to the hip. Exhale, release the tension. Inhale, send the breath, and exhale. Okay, let's tuck the toes in the back and go ahead and extend the legs, coming into your downward dog. So go ahead and just find your downward dog, find the position that works good for you, pedaling out the feet, pressing the heel towards the mat. Just finding some gentle movement here. And then let's just go ahead, drop the forehead, drop the ears towards the elbows. And then go ahead and look back, reach the heart towards the top of the thighs, lengthen through the tailbone, maybe a slight micro bend in the knees here. Really looking for that length through the tailbone, reaching the hips to the sky. But really not thinking, let's not hyperflex here. Okay, we're not pressing into it so much that we're overstretching. Making sure to stay engaged. Find those micro bends as needed. And then let's just gently walk the feet all the way to the top of the mat. And then find your ragdoll position. Once again, find a micro bend if needed here. Sway back and forth, coming into the pose. Be gentle with yourself as you come into these poses, giving your body and your nervous system time to regulate, to recognize the pose, and then to relax into it. So as you're ready, maybe bringing hands to elbows or dropping arms to the feet, just letting the head fall. Almost like a piece of fruit dangling from a tree.
Maybe you have a sway, or maybe you're just ready to sit into that stillness. And then taking a nice lengthening breath. And exhale. And do one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, grab your strap right in front of you. And then maybe a little bit more shoulder width apart this time. Bring your hands, engage into your core. Slight bend in the knee, really rounding the back. Feeling that engagement through the core, tucking the pelvis, just slightly rolling up. Looking for a little bit of strength there as we roll up. Reaching the arms above the sky. Step back so you can see me. Reach and extend all the way up. Exhale back. Little slight bend in the knee. You're opening up through the front side of the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale it back. Inhale, back through center. Let's find that same thing we did on our knees. So inhale through your center. Exhale to your right. Just go ahead and drop into it. Really grounding into the feet. Feeling the weight of the earth beneath you. And still breathing. Coming back through the middle. And then exhale to your left. Grounding into the feet. The right foot stays firmly planted. Feeling a nice side body stretch. Deep breaths. And then coming back through the middle. Let's go ahead and exhale, roll it down, hinging from the hips. Finding that strength and engagement. Letting the strap just fall. Take a deep breath in, find a little length. A little halfway lift, reset the spine, and then drop into that exhale. Okay, we're gonna come into a low lunge. So you're gonna step that left knee back. Right knee is bent and flexed. Foot is firmly planted towards the top of the mat. Toes tucked in the back. Reach and extend the arms up. Big inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and drop the hands right in front of you. And then just go ahead and extend through both legs, finding our pyramid pose. So both toes are pointed towards the top of the mat, although there may be a slight external rotation in our left hip here. Deep breaths in, find that length, reach the heart out. And then exhale. If there's a slight little bend in this knee, if it's over tight, that's okay. Take that slight bend, listen to the body, listen to what it needs. Deep breath in, exhale it out. Option if you're finding that length and that ease here in the knee, then just pop the toe. Find a little bit more stretch. All right, let's just go ahead and step it forward. Grab the strap, reach it up, bend the knee if needed, coming all the way up to our tall mountain with the strap in both hands. Deep breaths in, and then let's just round through the spine. So hinging from the hips, tucking the pelvis slightly, engaging through your core, you're rounding the strap all the way to the right and around through the center, rolling in the back. Almost like a barrel roll through our spine and reaching it to the left. Inhale through center, lift it up, and then exhale to the left. Round into the spine, protraction in the shoulders, really engaging the core, rounding it to the right. And then coming back through center, and then let's just exhale it down. Forward fold, drop the strap. Let's step the right knee back this time, finding our low lunge on the opposite side. So slight touch to the pelvis here, engagement through the core, zipping up through our inner thighs, reach and extend the arms up. Feel everything just come together here. Hands can be at heart. You don't want to lift the hands up. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Take a couple more breaths here. And the toe doesn't have to be tucked. You can untuck the toe as well if that feels better for your body.
and knowing that you can always take a wider stance, widening the feet as well. Let's go ahead and drop the hands towards the front of the mat and just extension through both legs, pressing the hips back, shifting them back towards the back wall, finding that pyramid pose. So both legs are extended, toes pointed towards the mat, maybe a slight external rotation in that back leg, just to allow that love for our hip there instead of just cranking in. Now, if you've got that flexibility, go ahead and take it. And then once again, options to flex the toe, coming into a deeper stretch, reaching the right heel back, lifting the heart out and open, and then exhale it down. Or option to have that slight micro bend in the knee here, really allowing yourself to feel into the stretch. As we listen to the body, listen to how it feels, we can take those options, we can make those modifications as needed. Not pushing, not trying to do the thing that the next person on the next mat close to us are doing, but listening to our own intuition. Grounding the feet down, reaching the chin towards the shin or the knee, and then just stepping it forward. All right, let's grab our strap. We're gonna bend into the knee, coming all the way up to a chair pose. Hands come above you, reaching it up. We're gonna inhale, lift up, tall mountain. Exhale, extend back. Then coming all the way back down, find your exhale, engage in your core, sink the hips back, look down at the toes, knees come together. You can always take this wider if you need a little bit more balance. And then go ahead, inhale, reach it back, open up through that extension, engage in your core, and then sink it back to your chair pose. Deep breaths in, and exhale it out. Fold over, forward fold. Let's step it back to our plank pose. Option to take your tabletop pose. So hands underneath the shoulders, the heels are pressing towards the back of the mat. And engage in your core, lift up through the core, pull the core in. Option to take a vinyasa or to meet in downward dog. So shifting forward with the weight of our front body, and then elbows shoot to the back of the mat. Flip the toes, coming up into our upward dog here. Deep breath in, and then exhale, coming into our downward dog. So we're gonna flow through our sequence now. So bringing the big toes together, find that nice downward dog, lift the tailbone, reach and extend the right leg back. Now you can do this, option to do this on the knees, and just extend it back from the knee. Opening up through the hip, maybe bending that heel towards the boot. And then let's just draw that knee all the way up through their center body, and then press into the hands as you drop that foot right in between the hands, framing the foot. Okay, we're gonna come into our warrior one. So you're gonna grab your strap, and we're gonna angle that back foot 45 degrees. It can be heel arch alignment, or you can widen the stance as always. Grabbing your strap, reaching up. Finding our warrior one. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, reach it up. Really pressing that back pinky toe into the mat. And that nice flexion in the front. Using the breath. Always staying mindful of the breath. Let's go ahead and take the strap, and we're going to take it to the back body. So we're going to bring it back behind the body. Reach and fly the arms up. Take a nice big inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold it over. Extending the arms back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, drop it forward. I'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach it up. And then exhale, drop it forward. Let's go ahead and point that toe in the back. The heel points towards the back of the mat. Flying into our warrior three. So pressing up through that right foot, finding that engagement, finding that balance. You can keep that extension.
Option to stay there in our flying warrior, or option to drop the strap, coming into more of a standing split, if that feels better for your body. Always take a slight micro bend in the knee, if that feels better as well. So if you're flying with me in our warrior 3, holding for one more breath. Inhale, and then just drop the back foot, come back to same stance as our warrior 1. Inhale, exhale. Let's go ahead and bring it into our warrior 2. So we're taking the strap above the head, and maybe just finding a little bit more length in the arms here, almost like we were in a true warrior 2. And reach and extend the arms out from right to left. Find that flexion in the front and that extension to the back leg. Let's inhale, reverse the warrior using the strap. Reach and look up. Exhale, coming into our modified side angle here with the strap. Reaching that right hand towards the floor. And then exhale, reach it back. I'll do this a couple more times. Using the breath. Exhale, reach it forward. And then one more time, reach it back. And then let's find a lunge twist. So we're just gonna reach and cartwheel the arms all the way forward, bringing the strap to the top of the mat. The toe and the back points to the front of the mat, and then finding your low lunge twist, reaching up, extending that right arm all the way up. Low lunge twist. Go ahead and find that engagement. Zip up through those inner thighs, reaching the right finger from the left finger. Finding length and opening through the chest. We're just going to exhale, drop the hand towards the back wall. Maybe the knee meets the mat, or maybe you just slightly turn, knee stays over and points the same direction as the toes. And then we're gonna flow through that. So coming back through our lunge twist. Exhale. Just kind of blow your cares away. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, blow your cares away. Knee can be down if needed. One more time, lunge twist. Drop the hands, step forward with the left foot, and find a yogi squat. All right, just work into your yogic squat. Maybe that dorsal flexion is not there, maybe we're up on the toes, and that's okay. Work into the pose. Once again, allow your nervous system to catch up, to say, okay, this is where I'm at right now. Let me see how much further I want to take this or not take this. And that comes with time. Our muscles start to speak to our brain, and they find this connection, and over time, our brain will say, okay, I've been here before, I can go a little bit deeper. So it takes time, some time to come into these harder poses that maybe look harder for some, are not harder for others, and that's okay, because we all are going to meet ourselves where we're at. If this isn't available, then grab a block and sit it underneath your seat. Bring the elbows to the knees, just opening through the chest. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale. I just want you to plant the hands towards the top of the mat. We're going to rise up into a standing pose. So just bringing the hips up to the sky. Bring the feet parallel. Rising all the way up to our tree pose. Grab your strap. I'm going to step back so you can see me. So we're going to ground into our right foot. Finding the balance in our right side. Finding your tree pose. So that can look lower leg or the upper leg. So inner thigh, really pressing that foot into the inner thigh or the lower part of the leg, just never the knee. Bringing that strap above the top of our head. Really grounding and spreading the toes. Thinking of how a tree is rooted to the earth. Spread the toes, root down, take a deep breath in. Find a point of focus, something ahead of you, something that grounds you, just like in life. We're going to take a deep breath in, find length. And then if you want to play, we're going to exhale over to the bent knee. Using your core for engagement here. Inhale back through center. And then exhale to the other opposite side. Just really find a sense of play. It's important to find play in order to ground ourselves and to feel happy. Coming back through center, we're going to take that foot that's glued into our inner thigh and we're just going to slide the heel on top of the knee and finding a standing pigeon. So working into a little bit more balance here, bending into the knees, shooting and shifting the hips back, reaching the arms forward. Always happy to drop the strap and take hands at heart if that feels better for you, or you can keep that strap out in front, sinking the hips back. Deep breath in. And exhale, dropping the strap towards the ground. Maybe the hands meet the ground, maybe they don't. And then just go ahead and unwind that leg all the way around the back side of the standing leg. And then take a little inhale, halfway lift, exhale, drop into it. Just dropping the chin towards the chest. Maybe a little micro bend in the knees. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's go ahead and find that balance in the right foot, shifting and lifting that left heel to the sky, little standing split here. Really working into those hamstrings as well. And then go ahead and draw that knee all the way down towards the right ankle, placing it down softly and gently, sinking the hips back, reaching the arms forward, dropping the chins toward the chest, grounding down in the foot and in the shin of our left knee, really zipping up and finding that engagement, reaching forward. And then let's just drop the hands, press all the way back up into the foot and find your forward fold. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Let's go ahead and step back into our plank pose. And then go ahead and find that vinyasa or meet me in downward dog. So shifting forward, bend in the elbows as they shoot back towards the back wall. Shifting, flipping the feet, coming up into a up dog. Big inhale here. Exhale, shift it back. Downward dog. So now you know the flow. We're gonna do this on the opposite side now. So let's just take a nice big inhale through the nose and then open the mouth, stick the tongue out, big exhale. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, stick the tongue out, exhale. And one more time. Big inhale. Open the mouth, tongue out. Okay, finding length in our downward dog. Let's find our big toes together or feet slightly apart. Let's just bring the left heel to the sky, reach and extend the heel all the way up, really pressing into the glute, engaging that glute, and then just drop that heel towards the opposite glute, bending into the knee, keeping a nice neutral position in the shoulders. Hands are spread, the fingers are spread, palms planted into the mat. Let's go ahead and draw that knee all the way up, bringing the knee through the core center, engaging in that core in that cat pose, dropping that foot to frame it. And then we're going to find our warrior one. So dropping that heel towards the mat in the back, 45-degree angle out for our hips, coming up, bringing our strap in our warrior one position. So good flexion in that front knee, extension through the back, open slightly externally here, different from a crescent lunge. Reaching up, hands to the sky, find length, inhale. Press that back pinky toe into the mat. Engage in those inner thigh muscles. Deep breath in. And exhale, sink into the pose. Let's bring that strap back behind the back body. And let's go ahead and find that engagement, find that inhale. Exhale, drop it forward. Left shoulder comes towards the left knee, not resting on it, just touching it slightly, almost kissing it. And then we're going to inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, drop it forward. Using the breath, flowing like a wave. Inhale. And last time, exhale. Extending those arms out and back. All right, coming up into our inhale. Just slightly, we're gonna twist that back foot straight towards the top of the mat. We're gonna fly into our warrior three. So engage in that left foot, find the balance. Find your balance. If you need to walk your foot up a little bit, find your warrior three. Lots of options other than just coming straight up into our warrior three. Your option is to drop the strap, bring the hands to heart, reach and extend that back heel out, toe pointed as much as it can towards the mat here, stamping that back foot to the wall. Hold it here, micro bend in the knee if needed. We're gonna step it back to our warrior two. So dropping that back heel down, same stance as our warrior one. Bringing the strap to the front, finding our warrior two position. So maybe arms out just a little bit more open this time, using the length of our strap to play with. And then let's reverse the warrior. So inhale, reach and extend the arms up over the head. Right hand comes towards the back of the mat. Exhale, reach it forward, side angle. Engage in that core here. Drawing it up, knitting the ribs in. And then inhale, use the breath. And exhale, drop it forward. Inhale. And last time, exhale. And last time, inhale. And then we're gonna flow into that lunge twist. So reach and cartwheel the arms all the way over, dropping the mat. We're dropping the strap towards the top of the mat, twisting that back foot straight, coming into our high lunge twist option to drop the knee here. So if you've got a dropped knee, you can find that and reach back the same. Listening to the body, finding the option that works for you. Or you can just go ahead and drop that back side of the foot towards the mat. Knee stays towards the toe on the top. Reach and extend back. And then inhale. Big inhale. Exhale, blow your cares away. Grounding into the mat. Every touching point. Inhale, reach it over. Exhale. Last time. Inhale it forward. And then once again, we're stepping that right foot towards the top of the mat with the left. Sinking the hips down, finding our yogi squat. Rocking into it. Maybe you created a little bit more space this time. Maybe your hips are sinking a little bit easier into it as we continue to open up through the body and allow the nervous system to say, I know you now. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sink into the pose. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, dropping it forward, springing up into our tree. So grabbing your strap on the way up, reaching the hips to the sky, walking the feet in. Grounding down through our left foot this time. Bending our tree pose. I'll show you with the leg on the lower portion, or the foot on the lower portion of the leg this time. Reach and extend all the way up through the arms. So just never on our knee. We never want to push on our joints. We want to keep our joints nice and protected. Taking a deep breath in, finding that focal point once again, and drawing the connection to the off the mat in what grounds us, what keeps us centered, what keeps us focused. There's always something for everyone. And discovering that can be a joy. Breathing in, finding your center, exhale to your left. We'll do both sides. Just finding a little creative play here. Option to stay in your tree pose. Inhaling back through center. Strong core here. Almost like someone punched you in the stomach. Find that engagement. Reaching to the opposite side like a wavy tree. How do we find stillness and ground ourselves, root ourselves down during the waves and the winds and the storms? Reaching up.
And then slowly going ahead and crossing that ankle over the knee, sinking the hips down and back, shifting the weight, reaching the strap forward. Option to hold the strap or bring the hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in, and then sink the hips down. Deep breath in, and sink the hips down. Feeling the pose, knowing the pose, engaging in the core. And then go ahead and unwrap, drop the strap, wrapping that leg back behind the standing leg, and dropping into that forward fold. And go ahead and move the strap a little bit out of the way here. Just let your head dangle once again. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Breathing into the back body. And just letting the breath run down the spine and the hips, the back side of the legs, all the way to the feet. And go ahead and bring that leg all the way up, standing split, reaching that heel to the sky, just a little bit of a modification similar to our warrior three. Micro bend in the knee if needed, and then go ahead and draw that knee all the way up towards the opposite knee, the standing knee, and then dropping that knee all the way towards the heel of the standing foot. And then go ahead and take a big inhale. Exhale, reach it forward, rounding down into the mat. Feeling the connection to the weight of the earth beneath you. Hands can come to the mat. Hands can wrap around. And we're just going to go ahead and come into our butterfly pose. So soles of the feet are going to come together. You're going to make a basket with your fingers, wrap them around your feet. So you're looking for the feet or the heels to come towards the inner thigh as much as they can. That might mean you look like this, or maybe you're way down there. Listen to your body. Don't take it further than you need to. We're not looking for pain. We're looking for sensation. We're looking for it to feel like it's got that edge. Take a nice big lengthening breath. Pull and draw the heart forward just to your depth. And then just go ahead and drop the chin towards the chest. Breathing into the back body once again. Exhale, let it run down the spine. Keep breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. Really feeling up the chest cavity with nice, clean breath. Exhaling and just expelling the old. Let's go ahead and let's reach the heels out, finding our forward fold. So go ahead and reach those arms up and forward. You're welcome to grab your strap here too, just an option if you want to reach the hands forward. And then exhale, draw and hinge. We're hinging from the hips, drawing the tummy towards the thighs. Reaching the strap all the way forward. You can even take your strap if it doesn't want to, if you're here and you want your strap to go around the top of your feet, and then pulling the feet towards the top of the head. Once again, dropping the chin towards the chest. And then go ahead and feel that nice sensation, that line of energy that wraps around the chin to the forehead, to the crown of the head, to the neck, to the back, to the hips, the knees, wrapping around the back posterior chain of the body, and all the way to the feet. Deep breath in here, and deep breath out. And deep breath in.
And deep breath out. Let's go ahead and remove the strap. Just push it in front of you. We're gonna slowly come down to the back side of the body. Just slowly, slowly. I'm gonna turn my mat so you can see me. Just slowly coming down, reaching the heels towards the sky, rolling into the ankles, both directions. Option to stay here in your waterfall pose, or you can take a plow pose with me. So from plow pose, we're just gonna shift the weight back, reaching the toes towards the back wall. Now options here to bring a chair and place the feet on top of a chair if you want some more stability, or you can just let them hang a little. You can bend into the knee and bring them down towards the earth if you have that flexibility, or you can bring the toes just to the ground, pressing into the lower back with the arms, keeping the neck nice and neutral here. Harder to breathe in this pose, but still being mindful of the breath. And then exhale, dropping it forward. If you're in that waterfall pose, you're just relaxing here, and then just dropping the feet towards the top of the mat. We're just gonna tee the arms out from right to left, walk the right foot just slightly in front of the left, dropping the knees towards the right and looking over to the left. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And deep breath in and deep breath out. Resting here for a moment and just thinking about the opposition of the neck and the knees. Sometimes we have to say yes, and sometimes we have to say no in order to find that grounding space we need to stay stable. Inhale, exhale. Let's bring the knees back up. On your inhale, then go ahead and walk that left foot slightly in front of the right. Eyes can be closed here if that feels good. And then just dropping the knees to the left, looking the head to the opposite direction. So looking the head out to the right, fingertips. Hands can be down or hands can be open. If you're looking for a more grounding sensation, I'd offer you to turn the hands, place them towards the earth, reaching the fingertips away from each other. And once again, coming back to that intention, I am grounded, I am centered, I am present. Feeling the weight of the earth beneath you, catching you, holding you. And a deep breath in. Feel the belly, feel the chest, feel the heart space, and then exhale, let it go. Bring the knees back in to the top and bring them into the chest. Give a little squeeze, give a little hug, maybe a rock back and forth. Deep breaths. Really coming back to focusing on the extension of the exhale. Taking any last poses here. Maybe that's a happy baby, drawing the knees towards the earth, grabbing around the outside or the insides of the soles of the feet. Or coming back into a waterfall. Anything that feels good for you here before we come into our Shavasana. And then as you're ready, you're just going to come into your Shavasana. So arms are going to be spread out away from the side body. The legs are going to be spread out to the width of your mat. And just feeling the weight of the body sink into the mat. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, releasing. dissolving into the mat. Now, remembering that distractions and the weight of the world can sometimes take us away from that feeling of the earth catching us, guiding us, keeping us safe, keeping us warm, keeping us stable. But knowing that those distractions can be the guidance back as we start to build more awareness and start to notice those distractions and remember to breathe, remembering to come back to that awareness of our breath that creates more logic and more help, more guidance. I want you to pretend like you're sitting or laying in a field of brightly beautiful spring green grass. This green grass is the most lush green grass that you've ever laid in. And your body is just sinking in to the grass, and you can feel the coolness of the blades. Maybe even a trickle of water from some of the blades of the grass. And it's just catching you and holding you as you conform into the grass. As you look above, you see the sunshine, and you feel the warmth of the rays on your skin, scanning over the body, noticing how it feels. Breathing in and sending the breath to our heart space. Breathing in, sending the breath to the heart space, and then letting it flow out. Every exhale allows a pool of energy to flow out, connecting with the warmth of the sun rays and feeling deep connection. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Stay here as long as you'd like. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed that grounding flow. Shoot me your comments below. Go ahead and subscribe. Share my page. I'd love to have the love back.